Unique product. So it says here on the label, it says improve focus, better mood, water loss, less stress. I don't think I've ever seen that on a fat burner before. Yo, 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 it's Drug Free Dansby, and today we have UK Labs Energy Blast Fat Burner. What's this about, man? Before we get going, like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this with somebody who may appreciate products like this, man, and let's get into this, man. Before we get into this, I was meditating at the gym this morning. I was thinking about what does it really mean to be a man? When I got sober at 24, when you look at me at that time, I look like a grown up. I look like a grown person. You would think I would know how to do what adults do in life. And however, I had to start asking questions, man. And one of the hardest things for me to do was to look at another person and be like, hey, I've never really held down a job for a long period of time. I don't know how to be a productive member of society. How do you pay taxes? How do you be financially sound? So all of these questions were kind of rattling on up here or whatever. And thankfully, I had other men that I looked up to that kind of showed me how to do those things. So as time went on, man, I learned that I wanted to hang out with people that were older than me, maybe a little bit of gray in their beard, a little bit of gray in their hair, but they've been doing life for a long period of time and they knew how to be happy, just doing adult things, man. And that was something, slowly but surely I started to grow up a little bit by little bit. And I learned, someone told me that you stop developing whenever you take a drink for the first time. Well, I took a drink and a drug at 14 years old. So at 24, I have the emotional capacity of a 14-year-old. So I've been sober for 7 years. You can kind of do the math on that. However, I started the process and it's still a growing thing every single day. So the closer I got to God, I really started asking what it meant to be a godly man, somebody that puts God first and his family first. And my mentor, who I'll get to see later tonight, actually, he said, when I got married, it was my job to love my wife like Christ loved the church. And now I have a little baby, man. So I need to make sure when I get up in the morning, I surrender to God's will for my life. And I ask him to, orchestrate my steps and use me so I can lead this family. I can be led by him. I can lead my little girl. And whenever she comes to me and she asks questions about life, man, I'm not letting anyone else teach my kids but me and my wife. You know what I mean? So it's super, super important to me today that I continue to make conscious contact with God. And I talk to him. And, I learned a man is not somebody that comes home and is quiet and sits in the recliner and just watches TV and maybe, here's some dinner I brought home or whatever. But it's someone that drags his family to church so that we can all be touched by the Holy Spirit, man. So I hope that helps somebody today. Enough jabbering. So I have a unique product here for you guys. I don't know how many of you guys have heard of this product, heard of this company. They kind of started, they came out of left field, maybe last year, I think it was. And I seen a couple of reviews on this already. So this is a pretty unique product. So it says here on the label, it says improve focus, better mood, water loss, less stress. I don't think I've ever seen that on a fat burner before. Boosts energy, crushes appetite. So I want to tell you guys, this thing freaking slaps. I'm going to tell you how to take this. I'm going to tell you how I take it, when I take it, how frequently I take it. But before we do that, let's get into some supplement facts, man. Let's see what the truth is, what they are claiming on this label. So supplement facts, serving size. So you get 60 caps coming here. So I really like that. Good hefty amount. And it says serving size is one of these capsules in here. So right off the rip, it says thermoreactor sculpting system. So they want you to sculpt your body on this thing, it sounds like. So off the rip, the first ingredient is proprietary blend, 200 milligrams. So what I like about UK Labs is on their pre-workout and on their fat burner, they're telling you There's a secret sauce. We're not going to tell you what it is, but we're going to tell you the dosage. So I kind of appreciate that. You have products like Excelsior, you have Smash AMF, you have other pre-workouts and things out there that have hidden ingredients, but they're not telling you how much of it or what it is. That's fine. We don't know what is in this that is so special, but we do know that it's at a 200 milligrams per cap. So next we have dicaffeine maleate at 100 milligrams. Then we got phenylalanine at 100 milligrams. Then we got some white willow bark at 100 milligrams. Not even sure what that does. Then we got some green tea extract at 100 milligrams. Sorry, 50 milligrams. So a little fat burn, a little thermogenic stuff going on there. Next, we got halostashine at 50 milligrams. Then we got tyramine pot extract at 50 milligrams. We got something called chocamine at 50 milligrams. We got some guarana seed extract at 50 milligrams. So low dosages of all this stuff, but it's supposed to all come together to give you that, nice thermogenic fat burning thing. Next, we got some L-tyrosine at 50 milligrams. Then we got something called dianyl bitartrate at 50 milligrams. Then we got another amla fruit extract at 20 milligrams. So this label is kind of bonkers, if you ask me. There's some things I've never heard of, never seen. But, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a pro. These guys know what they're doing. But how many of you guys know labels are just labels? I don't know if you guys are here to hear about the ingredients, the supplement facts. You guys are probably here to hear how this thing affects and how it happens in the real world. Next, we got bergamottin at 20 milligrams, whatever that is. I probably need to do some Googling after this review for you guys. Next, we got phosphatidyl something, serine. Can't even pronounce that, guys, at 15 milligrams. Then we got hordenine HCl at 10 milligrams. Then we got a little cayenne pepper at 10 milligrams. We got some vitamin E at 10 milligrams. Then we got some solbutamine at 5 milligrams. And we got some piperine at 5 milligrams. So that's a little absorption. So based off of this label, I mean, you just have 100 milligrams of dicaffeine malate. So there's no caffeine anhydrous in this thing. There's no like insane cuts where you have some alpha yo. There's not, a lot of the same thermogenic or diuretic ingredients that I've seen from other fat burners. You have Ripper from Dark Labs, things of that nature that may have like some DMHA, adrenaline by Dark Labs, whatever. They have a bunch of different ingredients than this label is claiming. However, so I got a few caps of this from my buddy Ace. Shout out to him and his channel. He sent me, I think it was 3 caps of this, maybe 4 caps of this. And, one day at work, I just kind of brought all of them with me. I have that new baby in the house. So there was a few days when I was getting back into work where I wasn't able to get a lot of sleep the night before. So I brought them with me, and off the rip, I just took 1 cap, with my morning coffee, and I go in. And being a general manager at a restaurant, I get to do some admin work right off the rip. So I'm just sitting in the office and I'm just chilling. And he did tell me, I watched his review, I watched GGH's review, and they didn't say it was like blow your head off at 1 cap. So I started probably about 30 minutes in. I feel some alertness. I feel my mind is starting to turn on a little bit. It's feeling like maybe the coffee's just setting in, but there's something else kind of brewing at the same exact time. So probably 45 minutes in, all I'm getting is this light background alertness. I'm getting this nice focus. I'm getting a little bit of mood elevation, but it was kind of going hand in hand with what I heard about this product. It wasn't super crazy, but it was nice. There was a little bit, I was grinning a little bit. I was ready to attack the day. My heart rate wasn't going up like crazy. I wasn't sweating like crazy. Nothing of that nature, but I was feeling, a little bit of diuretic. I had to go to the bathroom a little bit more than I usually do. So that was kind of nice. But I did notice probably 45 minutes in as well is this slight appetite suppression. So I took 1 cap on an empty stomach, and I just really wanted to feel it and see how it was going to be. And I let this thing ride for about 2 to 3 hours. So on 1 cap for me, you will definitely feel a background highness, a background mood elevation. You'll feel some alertness. You will definitely be awake. So I tested this thing out on 4 hours of sleep before, and it made me feel like on one cap, totally normal person, as if I got plenty of sleep the night before, but it wasn't anything I was going to go brag to anybody about, anything of that nature. So, I'm friends with High Stem Ace, and I'm a little crazy sometimes. So I knew I had a couple of other caps with me. So what I ended up doing is I ate a little bit of light lunch. So from probably 4 hours, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m., I was on one cap, no food in my belly, just a little bit of coffee. And then I ate a light lunch at my restaurant, and then I popped another cap. So the food made me even sleepier because, I'm not on a lot of sleep at this point. And I'm like, man, is the other cap even going to do anything? This isn't that special, yada, yada. However, guys, probably an hour after that, whatever was left over from the first cap that I took, the second cap starts to kick in, and it was like game on, baby. That it turned into a level of I had an intensity, I had an aggression, I had increased passion for the work I was doing. Again, I didn't take this, as fasted cardio or to go to the gym, but at 2 caps, guys, I know this is a little crazy. It says 1 serving size is 1 cap. I am a 2 cap guy. So I will advocate, take 1 in the morning, no food in your system, get some food in your system, and then take the other one. I will say this is not for the faint of heart. These things are for someone that has a stimulant tolerance. And let me tell you guys, I don't know what in the heck hit me, but I loved it. It didn't feel like DMHA. It didn't feel like whatever is in Smash AMF. It didn't feel like whatever is in Excelsior. It was its own unique craziness with no real bad side effects unless, we know appetite suppression is coming from this thing. So that definitely happened. But I was just happy to be at work, man. Like, what a gift that is to be able to find a product that is going to give you a nice euphoria, nice focus, appetite suppression if you're cutting, drink a ton of water, obviously, when you're on this thing. But, and let me tell you guys, the effects on this, it is a creeper. So at 1 cap, I'm like, oh, I barely feel anything. Even when the second cap kicks in, I'm like, what the world? Later that afternoon, guys, it's like I got this second wave of energy, this second wave of focus, this second wave of euphoria. Chatterbox McGee. I'm talking everybody's heads off, and I'm just feeling myself, man, and feeling good about life, man. So definitely the better mood, definitely the less stress. I would say like there was just things weren't ticking me off as much as they usually did. Water loss, I'm not going to say was super crazy. These things do make you pee a lot, so the diuretic effect is okay. Improved focus, you get this crazy illicit focus. It reminds me a lot of the pre-workout at 2 caps. I would say what they did with this, whatever this proprietary blend is, and I could be wrong, this is just my theory, you get the euphoria and you get the mental aspect of the UK Labs pre-workout without that, I need to go lift weights sort of thing. However, I also tested these things with just a pump product at the gym. So you can take on 1 cap, do not use this as a pre-workout. I don't think it's a little underwhelming. 1 cap is decent. At 2 caps though, guys, you could totally use this thing as a pre-workout. If you have a long, road trip in front of you, bring 2 of these caps with you. It does say on the back, do not exceed 2 capsules during a 24-hour period. So I'm a little crazy. I thought about taking the 3rd cap, and I'm really glad I didn't. Be careful with this thing, guys. Don't stay up all night because you took more than 2 caps. Wait for it to kick in. Don't have a lot of food in your stomach when you first take it. And I want to tell you guys, the guys over at UK Labs have been super professional, super awesome. As soon as I did the pre-workout review, they sent me over this bad boy. So the way you can get this product, I will link it down below. It's, I think uklabs.store is their website. You do have to get on Cash App and buy Bitcoin. I know that sounds a little sketchy. I know a lot of people are weirded out by that. The owners swear you can get on Cash App and it's easy. $70 for this thing, buy a little bit of Bitcoin and send it over to them. They want to stay solo dolo and use this as their payment method. Who knows, maybe if you guys support this review and reach out to those guys on there, maybe they will change their payment method. But I'm a big advocate for these fat burners. I will probably start using this maybe on Monday mornings because it's normally my most Monday day at work where I'm the most tired and I don't have a lot of sleep the night before. This is not an everyday thing. I don't even know what this chemical would do if you took it every day. I know there's rumors. If you want to know what I think is in this, you can shoot me a message. We can talk about it. But this is not something that you want to take every day. This is maybe a once a week, maybe Fat Burner Friday, whatever it is, maybe even once a month. So I may be using this every other week, maybe once a month. I'm not sure yet, guys, but if y'all stay tuned, we can talk about it. And remember, guys, get pumped, not drunk. Peace.